He only proposed after I inherited gold. Now his family calls me ungrateful. Hello Reddit I plus here. When I was 19, I got pregnant by my boyfriend, let's call him K. He was 27 at the time. The age gap raised a few eyebrows, but I was young, naive, and thought I was in love. My dad didn't take the news well. In fact, he completely lost it and kicked me out of the house. No warnings, no second chances, just gone. I went to K, scared and hoping he'd step up, thinking maybe we could figure it out together. Instead, he looked me dead in the eyes and said, "That baby's not mine." Like my entire world didn't just collapse in one sentence. I was devastated. The only person who stood by me was my grandma. She took me in, fed me, held me while I cried myself to sleep, and reminded me that I still mattered when I felt like no one else believed I did. I gave birth alone. No Kay, no phone call, no apologies, just me and my baby. Then 6 months later, Kay showed up out of nowhere, crying, begging, telling me he made a mistake and that he wanted to be a family, and like a fool, I believed him. I moved in with him thinking maybe he was serious this time. He wasn't. He had a partner. He cheated, more than once, and every time I confronted him, he shut down and gave me the silent treatment for weeks. He refused to let me work, telling me a good mother stays home. But when I asked him for money for things like diapers or food, suddenly he was broke. I felt completely trapped, so I started selling soft drinks out front just to survive. A few CDs at a time, just enough to get by. 4 years passed. Still no ring. He said he'd marry me after I gave him 2 more kids. I told him, let's get married first. That's when he dropped the real truth. We already live like husband and wife. What's the point of getting married? I felt sick, like the past few years had just been a bad joke. He got angrier over time. The smallest argument and he'd scream, "Pack your things and leave my house and take your child too." I'd run back to my grandma's house, broken and exhausted. Emotionally, I checked out of that relationship long before it ended. Then my grandma passed away, and I wasn't even there. The guilt still eats at me. She had always been my safe space, my only true support, and I wasn't there when she needed me most. When we went to clear out her things, one of her neighbors handed me a package she left behind. Inside were her old clothes, and something heavy, a rubber bag full of gold jewelry. I was stunned. My grandma never once mentioned having anything like this. Kay laughed. This can't be real. She never had money, probably fake, throw it away. But something told me to check. So I did. It was real. All of it. Worth over 2 million Ghana cedis. Suddenly, Kay became the dream boyfriend. Sweet, attentive, loving. He even encouraged me to sell the gold so we could build our future together. I only sold one piece, 30,000 cedis, and hid the rest. A month later, he threw a huge party, invited friends and family, held our son in his arms, got down on one knee and proposed. Everyone clapped, cheered. I looked him dead in the eyes and said no. What he didn't know? I had already rented a fully furnished place for me and my son. I was done. When I told him I was leaving, he lost it, threatened to abandon our son, said he'd disown him and never look back. His family went nuclear. His sisters called me ungrateful, accused me of cheating, and said I was using him now that I had small money. These were the same sisters I used to run to whenever Kay mistreated me, who told me to stay and get used to him because I had no better options. But now, suddenly, I'm the villain? All those years, he treated me like I didn't matter. And the second there's money involved, now he wants to marry me? Not because he loves me, but because he saw gold and thought he could cash in. Some people say I should have given him a chance because at least he was trying to change. But where was this energy when I was broke and struggling? So tell me honestly, am I the asshole for saying no to his proposal and walking away after all these years? Did I use him, or did he just lose control of someone he thought would never leave?